program is not necessarily those of the Emily Pearl Show, its sister stations, its affiliates, or its sponsors, but it is those of the individuals themselves who express it. While the Emily Pearl Show does take stances on individual issues, the show itself remains an entertainment platform. Free thought is a philosophy and not a policy.
It's the 901 show. 901 show. 901 show. Get on this hot night. The 901 show. It's the 901 show. The 901 show. The 901 show. The 901 show. Get on this hot night. The 901 show. Hot night. The 901 show. Hot night. It's the 901 show. It's the 901 show. The 901 show. Get on this hot night. The 901 show. It's the 901 show. The 901 show. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the 901 show. Ooh, I think I'm going to have to get this weather in Memphis is so crazy, y'all. I'm going to get up as soon as I can get my co-host in here. As soon as she starts, I'm going to have to turn off the heat because we've been having some cold weather, and I know the eastern part of the nation has been having a lot of snow. A lot of where our fans live, they've had having snow and cold, and we have too. But under the studio lights, it's really hot, and when you're on a set, it just you don't need any heat on. I forget about that. So anyway, in the green room waiting to pop in, and one is Sybil Marie Presley. Hi, Sybil.
Well, hello again. I see Mary's tuned in.
Yes, Mary says hello,
Magnificent
everyone.
Mary.
Magnificent Mary. All right. I love it. She says she loved that too. Now, I sent some messages out, so everybody will probably be coming in, but they better hurry because we're going to have
I posted it today also.
We're gonna have a short show tonight. So we're doing our greetings right now, and I have just been pretty lazy. Mondays is always my lazy day anyway, and then so today I was still lazy because it was cold, And I think that we're gonna have a drop in temperature to about 28 degrees tonight. I think I heard that. I'm gonna check it again before I go to bed.
It's
So
gonna get cold tonight. Yeah.
yeah, so I'm like the bears in the wintertime. I like to hibernate. All right, so what you been up to this past weekend?
Oh, just relaxing and enjoying life and counting my blessings every day.
Mary says she forgot it changed to Magnificent Mary. What was it?
Oh, okay.
What was it before, Mary?
Mary.
She said it changed. Oh yeah, Magnificent Mary. Okay, okay.
Yeah, I named her that.
Yeah. Okay. Hey Dwayne, how you doing?
We got Plain Dwayne.
Plain Dwayne and Sassy Sandra here. Hello everyone. Plain Dwayne and Sassy Sandra. Magnificent
Yeah.
Mary.
Sandra started all this name.
Well, you know, she is a set film set coordinator. So she if anybody would do that, it'd be her. She's gonna give you a handle, y'all. She'll give you a handle.
Yeah.
She's carried her handle. That is the same handle she gave herself when she was start. I think she already had that handle when she was set director in 2017. So she has not changed her handle at all. Well, hello, Dubious Doug. Dubious Doug's in the studio.
Yeah, there he is.
Hi, welcome. So we've done our greetings. Sybil, do you have any announcements?
Oh, well, my segment tonight is my announcement. We have coming up a Mid-South Black Film Festival I'm going to be talking about.
All right, that'll be fine. So we'll just take a quick break, covered, and we'll be back, and you're going to get started. Like I say, they better hurry up, come on in here, because we're going to try to be at the studio about 7:45 tonight, y'all.
Oh, wow.
Silver like that.
I'll get to watch Gomer Pyle.
Oh, okay.
USMC. Right. Hi, Doug. Yeah. Dubious Doug.
Okay, so listen, don't go away. Go ahead and share right quick. Tell everybody we're not going to be on here long. They better come on in now, okay? All right, we'll be right back. Don't go away.
The Cupboard Restaurant in Memphis, Tennessee is world famous for some of the best food and southern hospitality you'll ever find, and is a celebrity favorite. Open from 7 a.m. till 8 p.m. every day. The Cupboard Restaurant is located at 1400 Union Avenue, 1 block east of Cleveland, for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Got a large group? Groups of any size are welcome, and catering is available. While you're there, pick up a copy of Charles Capala's world-famous Cupboard Cookbook. Check out their website at www.thecupboardrestaurant.com. That's The Cupboard Restaurant, 1400 Union, 901-276-8015. A proud sponsor of The Emily Pearl Show.
Now I'm trying to bring me in. I told the co-host a short break. She waited till the commercial was gone to get up. So I'm gonna talk till she gets back. She's back. Okay. So I said, well, do you need to take a break? I mean, do you need to get something? Because if you can, I can hold down the audience until you get back. You need to leave.
Yeah, I was thinking the Cupboard Restaurant commercial was a little bit longer.
No, you can go ahead and leave. So, I'll go ahead and talk about something.
No, I'm fine. I was just getting me a swig of water.
Oh, all right. Well, you guys, I got a special feature for y'all tonight. Sybil is being spotlighted. She didn't know that.
I sure didn't. Surprise, surprise.
She's spotlighting tonight, yeah. So she's going to present. We are celebrating Black History Month, not all month long, but at
So
least
do
probably
it
half of our
random.
shows, be random. So she has a special presentation she's gonna do for y'all tonight. And I may have one for y'all on Friday. We just have to wait and see. But we
Yeah.
will have our Black Trivia contest, and I don't know which week or what night, but we usually like to have that on Friday night, so
Yeah,
that
I think it's more fun on Friday.
all of our international listeners, watchers, national and international, can watch. And but I think they're having so much going on in the UK with internet and stuff, and Brexit and all that kind of stuff, and trade. They just got some issues, and I think I heard something about their internet prohibit. They got some prohibitations. Is that a word? On their on the internet. So, but anyway, um, I'm pretty certain that we'll do our trivia night on a Friday night. But I don't know which one of these Friday nights in February. So that means y'all got to come on in until then. So, Sybil, tell us about what you're going to talk about. You are on in the spotlight.
Okay. I want to make an announcement for the Mid South Black Film Festival, and it was created by William Edwards, and he's a filmmaker friend of mine. I've been in one of his movies, but he put this together um, called a Mid South Black Film Festival, and of course this year it will be virtual. And last year you could go to like different theaters and watch the participants that entered the film festival and see who the winner was and that type of thing. But it's going to be great, even virtual. So the Mid South Black Film Festival is a part of a global outreach to further Black excellence in film across the world in partnership with the Global Black Film Consortium. In Memphis, the Mid South Black Film Festival is an annual event. Like I said, it was created by William Edwards, a Memphis filmmaker. And there are 23 films in this year's film festival chosen by William Edwards. And I have the role of Gloria in Flo Gibbs' film Election 2020. And her film is in William Edwards Mid South Black Film Festival. So I do hope, got my fingers crossed, that she will win an honor and an award. And I appreciate her giving me such a fun role. So February 22nd through February 28th are the Mid South Black Film Festival dates. And the film festival will be global, like I said. And you can get your tickets. They're very reasonable at midsouthblackfilm.com. And if you just, it's going to be several days, but if you want to just watch the film festival for one day, it's only $10. And then if you want to watch the entire festival, well, the tickets are extremely reasonable. $35 for the entire festival and $45. Depends on which one you pick out. But it's extremely reasonable, and it does help support a very talented filmmaker in Memphis and other filmmakers. So check out William Edwards on Facebook. This is an amazing opportunity to spotlight short films from filmmakers on a global level. You can submit your short film next year for the Mid South Film Festival. And William uses the symbol of the African elephant tusk for his film festival. Normally, on other short film festivals, it's standard for the like a green laurel leaf around a person's logo. So William wanted to do something different. So the African elephant is a symbol of strength, wisdom, and power, as well as their spirit of cooperation. The African elephant also represents sensitivity, stability, loyalty, intelligence, peace, reliability, and determination. The African elephant husk is a perfect symbol for the logo of the Mid-South Black Film Festival. And when you go to William Edwards' Facebook page, you can see this beautiful logo. He did a fine job on it. Well, William Edwards, the founder of the Mid-South Black Film Festival, is so humbled and honored to share with the world this historic moment in the area of film. And I acted in his short film a couple years ago called A Brother's Love that was shown in a previous Mid-South Black Film Festival. I enjoyed my speaking role, and he is an amazing director and filmmaker. This year marks the first time ever in the history of film festivals globally that one person has opted to honor the official selections with the African eccentric laurel logo. This is an achievement. It's a collaborative effort of Tony Jackson, and who's also a filmmaker. And I'm in his movie as well, Grandmother's Vote. And I want to say Tony and Williams together came up with this beautiful logo. So congratulations to these fine men for this amazing accomplishment. And for more information and to get your tickets for the Mid-South Black Film Festival, go to www.midsouthblackfilm.com. That's www.midsouth.blackfilm.com. And you'll be glad you did. It's a great way to support the local film industry and entertain yourself while you're staying home. So that's my segment for the night. Over and out.
It can't be your segment for tonight. You told me you were doing WDIA.
No, that's next Tuesday.
No, I told you to do both of them.
Oh,
remember?
you sure did. Well, all right. Well, I guess do a commercial or something. I got it right over here. I don't want to rattle any. I do not want to rattle any papers.
I'll put you on mute and I'll talk until you get back. Okay? Go ahead. Okay. I'm going to talk until she gets back. Okay, so what I would like for y'all to do is I would like for y'all to type in now any Black History topics that you would like for us to discuss for the upcoming shows the rest of this month, because I would like to have a discussion with y'all so y'all can type in y'all input and y'all, about what y'all are thinking and feeling and what y'all know about Black History Month too. And so, and then at the end of the show, I'll be making a note of those if I find some paper, and then I'll be showing what y'all type on the screen, but I'll be writing it down too as to what topics y'all want to be discussing this month, okay? So and let's make this a kind of like a show forum. And if you have any outstanding people that has played a part in Black history, please let us know if they would like to come on the show. And any of you, as far as that is concerned, especially our top fans, if y'all would like to come on the show during Black History Month, let me know so that I can send you a link directly to the show studio, and let me know what night, Tuesday or Friday night, that y'all want to come in, okay? Because I want to get y'all's input too. And let's make this, like I say, like kind of like a forum discussion, because I know it's a lot of information out there, and I know kind of we like hear all of the same information over and over and over and over. So I know when I do my presentation, I'm going to try to find a topic, a little known information, because there are a lot of participants that participated in civil rights movements are a lot of unknowns that don't ever get mentioned. Okay. And so those are the people that I want to try to bring to the surface and not let them be forgotten, because civil rights movement was not a one-man show, a two-man show, or a three-man show, or a woman for that matter. There were a lot of people involved. And a lot of these people have never, ever been mentioned before. That's what I'm going to be searching for. And so I'm going to try to have some new Black history information for you on Friday. I see you, Sybil. I'm bringing you in. Okay, she's in one. Okay. There you go, Sybil. Okay, you're in.
I found it. I found my segment.
We here.
I'm here.
Yeah, we hear you.
Yeah. Okay, I was going to do the history of radio, and actually I was going to talk about Groundhog Day, but I'll just do that some other time.
Well, today is okay.
Today's Groundhog Day.
Well, you can talk about that too. You on the spotlight. Douglas says he has a question. Type it in, Douglas. Okay, type it in. And
you want me to do the Groundhog Day first?
Yeah,
it's real short.
Yeah, go ahead and do the Groundhog Day.
Today is Groundhog Day, February 2nd. And on February 2nd, 1887 was the first Groundhog Day. It featured a rodent meteorologist, and this day was celebrated for the first time at Gobbler's Knob in Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania. I can't say that three things in a row fast. What a tongue twister. Punxsutawney. According to tradition, if a groundhog comes out of its hole on February 2nd and sees its shadow, it gets scared and runs back into its burrow, predicting 6 more weeks of winter weather. No shadow means early spring. I don't know how the groundhog knows when it's February the 2nd. So Groundhog Day has its roots in the ancient Christian tradition of a Candlemas. I never heard of that before. And so the clergy would bless and distribute candles needed for the winter. And the candles represented how long and how cold the winter would be. Germans expanded on the concept by selecting an animal. At first, they selected the hedgehog as a means of predicting the weather. And once the Germans came to America, the German settlers in Pennsylvania continued the tradition, and they switched from the hedgehogs to groundhogs, which was plentiful in their area. And groundhogs are also called woodchucks. The scientific name is Marmota monax, and they weigh 12 to 15 pounds and live 6 to 8 years. They eat vegetables and fruits, and they whistle when they're frightened, or they also whistle when they're looking for a mate. And they're sometimes called whistle pigs. They can climb trees and they can swim. In February, the male groundhogs emerge from their burrows looking for a mate. So this is one reason why February became the month to celebrate Groundhog Day. In 1887, a newspaper editor belonging to a group of groundhog hunters from Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania, they created a groundhog club, and they declared that Phil, the groundhog, was America's only true weather forecaster. And they got Phil, Phil, that's short for Philadelphia. And in 1993, the movie Groundhog Day, starring Bill Murray, popularized the usage of the Groundhog Day. And today, tens of thousands of people converge on Gobbler's Knob in Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania, February 2nd, to witness Phil's prediction. And the Groundhog Club hosts a 3-day celebration featuring entertainment and activities. And this event is covered nationally on the news media. February the 2nd, Groundhog Day, where Phil the Groundhog is a star. And you can purchase Groundhog Day souvenirs online: hats, coffee mugs, sweatshirts, and more. And cookie jars, even keychains. So whether Phil's predictions are accurate or not, Groundhog Day has put Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania on the map and is a great public relations event that brings tourists to their town, and everyone has fun on Groundhog Day every February the 2nd. So most years I do see a mention of this on the news. I did not see it today, so we don't know if Phil saw his shadow or not.
I do. I saw it today on the news, and we have a southern groundhog too. His name is Beauregard, and Beauregard did not see his shadow. And the one that you're talking about up north, no, the one you saw up north, you talking about up north, did not see his shadow. And Beauregard down here saw his shadow because we had some sunshine.
Well, isn't that something? So if one sees the shadow and one don't, I guess they flip a coin and see if we're going to have a early spring or not.
That's going to always depend on geographic location anyway.
Oh yeah.
So, the groundhog up north.
It's just a fun event anyway.
I know. We used to have to study that in elementary school, and I used to get confused all the time. I never could remember whether it meant we were gonna, if he saw it, what it meant, and if he didn't see what it meant. I stayed confused on that the whole 12 years I was at school.
I don't think I've ever seen a groundhog. I look like alfalfa tonight, that sprig's sticking straight up.
Douglas says that he has a question. His question was about Black History Month. Let me get my glasses on so I can read it. And he wanted to know what was the original Black History Week before it was extended to the whole month. And I answered the question, and I told him, did I tell you the first part? I didn't tell you the first part. Okay, well, let me put that in there. I thought I had put that in. It must have come through. Let me put that in there. All right, there we go. Okay, it should come up now. All right, so the first week of Black History was declared on February the 7th, 1926 by Carter G. Woodson. And this initiated the first celebration of Negro History Week. Back then, people of color were called Negroes, okay? And so, who was Carter G. Wilson? Well, he was a historian. Carter G. Wilson was an American historian, an author, a journalist, and the founder of the Association for the Study of African American Life and History. And he was one of the first scholars to study African American history. And he studied it during the period, it was a celebration of the African diaspora. And what the African diaspora is during the time that the African, after slavery, when all the African Americans and African Americans would go different places. You know, they moved to the north, they moved to the east, they moved to the west. They left the South. In other words, they wanted to get as far away from the South as possible if they could. And so that's what's called a diaspora. And Woodson, while I think that he was actually mixed, Douglas, because if you see a picture of him, let's see if I can get this picture up. If you let me see if I can find a picture of him. If you look at a picture of him, you can see that he looks like he's mixed race. I'll bring it up. Hold on just a minute. Simba, you all right? Okay. Let me bring this up for y'all. Let y'all see him. Yeah, I saw that today too. Okay, this will be coming up. Sybil, I'm put you in the studio for a minute. I'm gonna
Hi, Ernestine.
let them see this picture. I'm gonna how it got started, and um that's where it comes from. And Mary says yes, she can remember that her family left Macon, Mississippi, and came to Kalamazoo, Michigan. So that's what the diaspora was when all of the black families, as soon as slavery was abolished, all of them that could got as far away from the South as they could, Douglas. Do you blame them? I do not. All right. So did that answer your question? I hope. And so y'all go ahead and type in too other topics that y'all want me to investigate. Y'all know I'm the big investigator. I'm the private eye.
Yeah, you are.
And Pearl's the private eye. So type it in, and I want y'all to be in discussion forum show, just like Douglas was just now. You know, y'all have a question that y'all have ever wondered about Black history. Like that was a really good question. That was a really, really good question, Douglas, because and I want to point this out to you, Mary, that you know, my grandfather had another brother, and his brother left the South, and he moved to Chicago and worked for, I think, uh, post office mailroom or something up there for years. He retired, and he lived right across from the in those apartments that was across from the stadium in Chicago, the baseball stadium. In fact, he lived in the same apartments where they filmed Good Times, Mary. Mm-hmm. And I only got a chance to see him once in my life, because when we went up there in the 80s, we had to go for his funeral to bury him. My mother was his niece, and but I went in the 70s, and that was during the time where they were filming Good Times in the apartment, and they had that floor shut off, you know, where you couldn't go in there. Because I wanted to see it, and they had a security guard there that didn't let anybody enter 24/7, you know. And but I mean, you could see the hallway, the stairway, but all of them, all those apartments they looked exactly the same. They were exactly the same, because my uncle's apartment looked just like the one on the Good Times show. So that was a real setting. That was a real setting. Mm-hmm. And Mary says, yes, great question, Doug. Okay, so I'm ready to hear about WDIA.
All right. Can y'all,
We hear
everybody
you.
hear me? Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to give you a brief history of radio and spotlight WDIA. And the radio has been the first device to allow for mass communications on an international level. The development of the radio began in 1893 with Nikola Tesla's demonstration of wireless radio communications in St. Louis, Missouri. His work laid the foundation for those later scientists who worked to perfect the radio that we now use. The early uses of radio were mainly for maintaining contact between ships out at sea, and the first radio was unable to transmit the speech, so Morse code messages were sent back and forth. When speech transmissions were developed, Europe's most famous broadcasting station was the British Broadcasting Company, known as the BBC. It was formed in 1922. Marconi was one of the founding members. In 1925, it spread throughout most of the United Kingdom, and it began in London. The station aired plays, classical music, and variety programs. And radio broadcasting in the United States started with the Westinghouse Company. The first radio station in the United States was KDKA in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And the first radio station in Memphis was WKN in 1921. WREC began broadcasting in 1922. And WMC began broadcasting in 1923 in Memphis. Alfred L. Callis Sr. started WKN. And the first radio station in the United States programmed by and for African Americans is WDIA in Memphis, Tennessee. It hit the airways in 1947. Its owners was John Pepper and Dick Ferguson. They established this station and located it at 2074 Union Avenue, and they were Caucasians. So they started WDIA AM 1070. And WDIA initially programmed to appeal to the white demographic with classical, country and western, and various other musical genres. But the station started to fail because it blended in with other stations and wasn't in particular for people to tune in. So it's starting to fail. And so it had a very last attempt to avoid closing down the station. WDIA began playing blues records. It features shows by Beale Street legends such as Nat D. Williams, Rufus Thomas, B.B. King, and Bobby Blue Bland, and other blues artists. In 1949, WDIA was number 2 in Memphis in terms of audience. It switched to all-black programming and quickly moved into first place, broadcasting blues, gospel, and various talk programs. WDIA became known as a direct appeal to advertisers who wanted to reach the African American demographics. Acquiring the right to broadcast at a higher wattage, the station moved to 1070 kilohertz, and they boosted their signal from 250 watts to 50,000 watts. It was now capable of reaching as far north as Missouri and as far south as the Gulf Coast. This garnered substantial advertising revenues, and WDIA assigned itself the name the Mother Station of Negroes. It earned the nickname of the Goodwill Station because it broadcasted public service bulletins announcing employment opportunities, missing children, and social service agency information. After a series of local owners, it was bought by media giant Clear Channel Communications in 1997. It continues to offer content for African Americans by African Americans. Isaac Hayes was a regular on the station's Big Star talent show. Nat D. Williams was a syndicated columnist and a high school teacher. He started Tan Town Jubilee on WDIA in 1948. It was the first program in the United States to specifically target black listeners. Many legends got their start on WDIA. B.B. King, Rufus Thomas, Isaac Hayes, and many others. Elvis Presley was greatly influenced by WDIA. And WDIA's first female African American disc jockey was Willa Monroe, who hosted a program for homemakers. In 1954, the station's identification announcement became, "You're listening to 50,000 watts of Goodwill WDIA Memphis, 1070 WDIA, the heart and soul of Memphis. Tune in on your radio or listen online, and you can get a free WDIA app on your phone." And I enjoy listening to the world famous historical WDIA myself.
Yeah,
That's
I
it.
did too. That was awesome. That was awesome. Yeah, I grew up listening to WDIA. Mostly, my mom listened to WLOK. But
Mm-hmm.
whenever WDIA played the gospel, though,
Mm-hmm.
it would play in our house. But I had um, my my aunt Belly, my aunt that loved to drink her beer, and she loved music and she loved to dance. She was the only one that couldn't play the piano in our out of the ladies in our family, and she didn't really have a good tune on a keyboard for singing either. But she still loved she was a dancer. She loved to dance. So I kind of got a mixture of all of my um, matriarchs combined with, and my aunt Dolly was a talker. She talked you to death. My mom was too, and I could dance. I got the dancing from my aunt, and I wasn't ever much of no beer drinker. I didn't get that from neither none of my folks. Thank God. But like a WDIA, um, yeah, like I said, I used to sneak and listen to it on Saturday when they play the blues when I be ironing up my clothes for the next week for the school week coming up. And I had me a little portable radio, but I'd have it down real low. She bought me one. My aunt Betty bought me one to sneak and keep it in my room. So my aunt Betty and my aunt Dolly both love the blues, but my mother, she could even play the blues, but she was a Christian and she refused to do it. Because the way I came to know that she knew how to play it, the blues was caught off guard, really. I didn't even know my mother could play blues. What happened was we were having something, and both my aunts were there, and Aunt Dolly had her beer, and Aunt Dolly went to play on the piano. My mother always had a piano in the house, and my Aunt Dolly was trying to attempted to play this blues song. It was kind of like ragtime,
Mm-hmm.
and child, my mother could not stand it. My mom was like you, Sybil. She wanted to be the center of attention everywhere and everything. I don't care what was going on in the church and wherever, in our house, wherever. And she said, "Move, girl, move, girl. You don't know how to play nothing." She said, "Yes, I do, Days. Yes, I do. God, no, you don't. Dolly, get out the way." And so she sat down and how she went to just play the blues and bounce. And I looked like that. So, Mama,
Wow.
you know how to play the blues.
I
She
like the
said,
blues. I always have. I like
and,
the old timey
and
blues.
she was so smart mouth. She was like, "You don't know everything about me." I said, "Well, I sure didn't know that. I know you can play the blues." But anyway, then I had my best friend at the time, and she's passed, God rest her soul, Margene, and her aunt, Barbara Steinberg, was over the Teen Towners. And the Teen Towners were a group of select young ladies and young men from the Black community that sang, kind of like a glee club style, And so my friend, that was her aunt, and when she joined, I joined the Teen Towners, and that's kind of where I got the title for my Teen Talkers show from.
Mm-hmm.
Was when I was little. I remember the Teen Towners is what they were called. I think you mentioned about the Teen Towners Jubilee. Is that what you said?
Right,
Somebody
Tan
had
Town.
Teen Town Jubilee. That was it. And so when my best friend got out, I got out too because she's always Mary says awesome, awesome. Douglas says, Emily, you just told on Sybil. I thought that was a secret. Now, Douglas,
What secret? What secret is that?
I don't know. She didn't catch it, Douglas, so you don't have to worry about it.
I have no idea what he's talking about.
I do. I think he's saying that the power, like I said, my mom was like, you want to be the center of attraction of everything, everywhere she goes. I think that's what he's talking about. So, she'll never admit it. Like my mother never admitted that Sybil on either. She don't think she's being, I always want to be the center. But anyway, that's not important. But anyway, like I say, I had some good memories from WDIA. And guess what, y'all? They still play the blues all day long on Saturday.
Yes, they do. I listen to them sometime.
Yeah. And Douglas say, yep. And I can remember one Saturday, I know this has been about 20 years ago, y'all. I painted both my dining room and my living room all in one day. I got up early listening to the blues, 6 o'clock, and I finished about 6 or 7 o'clock that night. And back then, I had, I was in good shape. I did it all by myself, and but Lord, I can't even get hardly a square feet. I painted my door on my front door. Whatever warm day that was, we had, was it Saturday or Friday? And shoot, man, I tell you what, it took me about an hour just to paint a door, y'all. And back in my day though, back in the day, I could have done that door in like 15 minutes. So I'm telling y'all, when you get old, y'all enjoy that youth out there while y'all got that youth out there. Because when you get old, woo, it's a big change. It's a big change. Well, everybody give Sybil a hand. That was some good topic.
Well, thank you.
You was spotlighted tonight, and tonight, Sybil, you was the center of attention. I enjoyed it so much.
Well, thank you. I'm glad you did. I enjoyed researching on it. I've always had a radio in my heart, the Showtime radio. It just got a special place in my heart for radio. Yeah, now let me see some hand claps for Sybil now so I can put them on the screen. Y'all go to your emoji. Well, how do you pronounce that? Well, thank you.
Go to your emojis.
And I want to say hello to Ever Ready Ernestine.
Ever Ready Ernestine. Hi, yeah, she was in there. Cause she was agreeing to marry. She's still in there. She's still in there. And she said, okay. And when she came in, I think I showed it. She says, hello, everybody. And so, yeah, Ernestine is there. All right, then. So I tell you what, we have made it out on time tonight. And so, yeah. And so I just want to say something. They're going to hand clap for Mary. Thank you, Mary. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thanks for the hand clap.
Yeah, Doug, Sandra, what the rest of y'all put your hand claps in there for several.
Y'all just make me feel so good. And
you were
elegant
excellent.
Emily.
You were excellent. You were excellent. That was good information. That's the reason why I wasn't gonna let you short yourself out by just giving that one thing when I know you had prepared. So that's the reason why I spotlighted you tonight, so you can show
thank you so much.
You can show them what you got. Simple got some stuff she be working with, y'all. Don't think she don't now.
Oh yeah, I like to discuss wonderful subjects.
Yeah, that was good. That was really good.
And one thing about this month too, Black History Month, I think it would be great to spotlight some of the many Black inventors.
Oh yeah, that's one of the things that I'm going to do. So I asked y'all for some topics and some suggestions. Y'all didn't have any tonight, but y'all can think on that. And if you have some questions that you want to, that Google probably don't have for you, the answer to, send me an email at TEPS Productions. Douglas say, great job, Sybil.
Well, thank you, Dubious Doug.
Ernestine says she enjoyed it, and Ernestine says, yes,
Thank you.
I'm a good job, Sybil. Ernestine said. And Mira says, y'all have a great night. Okay, y'all. Well, that's it. That's our time, and we want to thank y'all for participating in our Black History Forum show tonight. And come back on Friday night. We're going to have some different stuff, and we're going to have some guests coming in this month, too. So it's not just going to be me and Sybil all this month, okay? We're going to have some guests coming in for y'all, too. All right? So we love y'all, and as Sybil always say, we always do what, Sybil?
We have fun on 901 with Elk and Emily.
Indeed, we do. All right, then. That's our time, y'all. We'll see y'all.
It's the 901 show.
Bye-bye.
The 901 show. Get on this hot night. The 901 show. It's the 901 show. The 901 show. The 901 show. The 901 show. Get on this hot night. The 901 show. Hot night. The 901 show. Hot night. It's the 901 show. It's the 901 show. The 901 show. Get on this hot night. The 901 show. It's the 901 show. It's the 901 show.